Only 10 West Indians have ever played 100 Test matches. And today, the stage is set for Craig Brathwaite, the former West Indies captain, who yesterday became the 10th such player. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the number one cricket channel in the Caribbean. I thank you for tuning in as we go through today's first hour of the West Indies reply to Australia 286 all out. West Indies are 5 without loss after 1.2 overs. Craig Brathwaite is yet to get off the mark. Jan Campbell is on 4, the other one being an extra. Azud is it, as usual, who is operating in the second over of the morning's play, and Craig Brathwaite is West Indies batsman who is facing. As I said, he's yet to get off the mark. I thank you for tuning in, and I look forward to your live interaction. Please remember to slash a like on the video, click on that thumbs up button, and show your appreciation. Azud, as the 3 slips goes down, and that one kept low outside the half stump. Brathwaite leaves it alone. It goes through to the keeper, and there is no run. 5 without loss. The match starting 15 minutes earlier due to the bad light yesterday that caused the end of the day's play. Initially, I thought it would have started 8:30. It did not. And then I thought it was going to start 9 o'clock. So I was watching the England game, and then I just switched over and realized that the game has begun. So here's Azud. He's going to bowl to Brathwaite. 3 slips on a gully. He's into Brathwaite, and Brathwaite turned this away through back with a square leg, and that he will get off his mark, and they're coming back. He's got a leg by, going to be signal, and they come back for 2 leg by. Good running. Very good running. So 2 leg by. Good morning to you, Sheldon. Good morning, Ivan Johnson, our spiritual leader. Always appreciate her being here. So thank you very much for your prayers, Ivan, Sheldon. Happy to have you join us. Appreciate your comments as usual, your foresight and your intellect. We always appreciate the value that each and every one of you had to this wonderful community. So Brathwaite yet to get off the mark. 7 without loss. Azud to Brathwaite. Drives back to the bowler. Is out, bowl and caught. Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. So Brathwaite goes for naught. And it's the 100 test match. It's pitched up. He looks to drive. Mistimed the drive. Back to the big, tall, fast bowler who got down below his knee. His hands were below his knee, and he took a comfortable catch. And West Indies lost their first wicket in the second over. Craig Brathwaite going out bowl and cart. I felt that one, I really, really felt that one. Morning, Fire King. Good morning to you. I hope I got that right. Fire King. Good morning to you, Patrick Lambert. Happy to have you here. Fareem, good morning to you. Good morning to you. Fareem, I really felt that. It shocked me. I just had this feeling that Brathwaite was going to get out today, I had this feeling that Brathwaite was going to bat all day. And it was like I was building up myself for Brathwaite to bat all day. And to see this happen, it's like it shook me to the core. I am disappointed. It was a soft dismissal on 100 test match. I am tired of this team batting, said Fareem, while Sheldon said, wow, somebody needs to have a word with him. Here's 3 slips on a gully. Over the wicket to Carter. Carter played this to forward short leg, and there is no run. That's Travis Head under the helmet at forward short leg, and there is no run. End of the second over. West Indies have lost an early wicket. Craig Brathwaite going bowl and caught for naught off the bowling of Just Azud. He just came on the front foot and stroked an off volley back to the bowler, who took a simple catch low down, and West Indies lost their first wicket, Craig Brathwaite being dismissed in that over. So Cambridge on 4 and Carty, having faced only one delivery, is yet to get off the mark after 2 overs, West Indies 7 for 1. I know we keep saying that Brathwaite has the highest average in the team, but since 2020, his average has dropped from 37 to 32. How long do we continue with him as he declines? We have good bowling, but the batting always let us down. Starks bowls to Campbell, drives and it peels off the outside edge and it goes down to third man for 4. I think that just trying to put context to Travis Brathwaite, because you have to look at Brathwaite's performance in the context of the team. And you said that since 2020, his average has dropped from 37 to 32. And which one of our batters? No, I'm not defending Brathwaite here, but you have to put Brathwaite's performance in the context of the team. Canberra beaten outside the half stump as that one whisked through from Stark through to the keeper, and there is no run. Should he be dropped? Should he not be dropped? Is a question that has to be asked and has to be discussed. You know, we have good bowling, but the batting always let us down. Yes, Farim, and that's the question I put forward yesterday, you know. And why is it that our bowling is so good, but yet still the batting is poor? 3 slips and a gully goes down as the left-arm seamer Starks ball outside the half stump to Cambria, leaves it alone. The keeper took it on the bounce, 11 for 1 after 2.3 overs. The man been averaging about 20 in the last 5 years. I don't think that is true, Travis Brathwaite. Give us the numbers, Travis Brathwaite. Don't give us the average. Give us the number of matches, the number of runs, and the number of times he has been dismissed, so that we can really look into it. Good morning, Sherwin. Brathwaite is like a walking wicket now, but all of our batsmen are basically like him. Over the wicket comes Starks, bowls to Canberra, turn it to square leg, and there is no run. Because I am not here defending Brathwaite, but I don't want us to misrepresent the numbers. So I'm asking Travis Brathwaite for the number in the last 5 years. How many matches Brathwaite played, how many innings he batted, how many times have he been dismissed, and how many runs have he made? Richard Johnson said, times to drop Craig. The opening position has not been doing well. Starks bowls to Cambria, allows it to go through outside the half stump to the keeper, Carey, 11 for 1 after 2.5. The opening position has not been doing well around the world, as the opening bowlers have improved, said Sheldon Simmet. Because they have no confidence in their batting unit, said Farim, okay? He should be dropped without a doubt before the ending of the match, said Patrick Lambert. Bowls to Canberra, leaves it alone outside the half stump, and it goes through to the keeper. I am in the minority. The only top order batsman I will keep is Carty, said Sherwin. One of the things that I have been reminding you folks about for the past probably 2-3 weeks now, and I would have said it a number of times, is that we have a group of batsmen in the team who are averaging 30. And we blasted those batsmen We ridicule them. We say that they should be dropped. And we say all manner of things about them. They cannot bat. And they were finally dropped. And now we have a group of batsmen who are averaging 20s. So I'm just saying, just be careful what we are asking for, you know. Carty played that one out into the covers for a singer. He's off the mark. West Indies 12 for 1 after 3.1 overs. So that's all I'm saying. Be careful what we are asking for. Because we have been down this road already. And not only now have we been down this road, you know. We have been down this road a long time. We have been down this road from Brian Lara. We used to ridicule a man who is averaging 50 in the team. We were so foolish in our comment that we claimed that the man who is averaging 50 is causing the rest of the batsmen to be not performing. That's what's the argument, you know. A man was averaging 50 and West Indies supporters were attacking that man and blaming him for the poor performances of players like Stuart Williams, Keith Atherton, and whosoever, you know, Sheldon Smith and Athena can remind me of those batsmen that were in the team. We were accusing a man who's averaging 50 that is causing the other batsmen to be performing poorly. And we want him out of the team. And again, I say I'm not defending Brathwaite. 12 for 1 after 3.3. I'm not defending Brathwaite. I want more from him. I'm just saying that we just need to be careful what we are asking for. Because up to recently, batsmen were averaging 30s. We lambasted them. We said they should go. And now we have batsmen who are averaging 20. Forward comes Cambry, plays it to forward short leg. There's no run. 12 for 1. And while I wait on Travis Brathwaite to provide the numbers, because I know that he will be providing the numbers, so that we can really look at them in a deeper way. Take Brathwaite, for example. And I'm going off what Travis Brathwaite said. I don't recall Brathwaite averaging 37, but he said that Brathwaite used to average 37. I don't remember that. But give him the benefit of the doubt. I don't know everything. Canberra covers up from ASO. The score remains at 12 for 1. Brathwaite fall in average. Could it be a situation where, because he simply doesn't have anyone around him who is averaging in the 30s, that these batsmen, these youngsters who are averaging in the 20s are bringing him down? Driven through the offside magnificently by Cambry, goes into the boundary for 4. Oh, Azud pitched up. It's still 4. I think it's still 4. He never timed it as well. How many they got? I hope they ran 3, you know. For heaven's sake, I hope they ran 3. They ran 3, but I think it will be 4. Sherwin said Craig is averaging 31 since 2020, and that would make him the higher than any other West Indies batsman, said Sherwin. So there's some controversy between the numbers from Brathwaite and Sherwin. Remind you, I am not looking at the numbers. I'm not looking at the numbers. I'm just going off what Sherwin and Travis has said, and I'm trying to get some clarity here. You know, because as I said, you have to put the thing in context. Starks bowls to Camber, taken on the pad, lowered appeal, not out, said the umpire. They're going to review it. They're going to check it. I think they will review it. It looks a little straight. It's probably going down the leg side. I don't think he's going to, I think it's going to stay not out, even if they review it. He's going up for the review, but I think it's going to stay not out. I really think it's going to stay not out. They are going up for the review. But I think it will stay not out. Please slash a like on the video. Click on the thumbs up button. It's straight, height. You're going to click the top of half stump, worst case scenario. So it's going to stay not out. Height. It's going to be height. It's bouncing over the stump. There's no bat involved, so you can go through. You can roll it through. There's clear gap between the bat and the pad. No bat involved. Roll it through. It will bounce over the stump. I have no doubt that it's going over the stump. Yes, missing. Absolutely missing. I know that it's going to missing. We're at only 14 likes, and we need to get the likes up, please. I have no doubt that it was missing. It was always going over the stump. It hit him in line, but it was always going over the stump. So Australia, as usual, burn a review. They are good. Who was that? Green was saying height, but Stark convinced his friend Cummins to go for the review. So Australia, as usual, burn a review. Starks over the wicket, bowls to Camber. He leaves one outside the half stump through to the keeper. 15 for 1 West Indies after 4.2 overs. Clearly, height was always in favor of the batsman there. He was on the front foot. It hit him above the knee roll. It was always going to go over the top of the stump. So Carty is on 1. Camber is on 11. 15 for 1, the score. So what does that mean here now? So Brew Webster and Stark is it over the wicket, bowls to Camber, shorty, pulls it, goes over the keeper head for 4. Gloves and goes down to the boundary for 4. As Starks 141.1 kilometer per hour, 90 miles per hour bouncer. Camber pulls, gloved it over the keeper head, down to the boundary for 4. He moves up to 15. Short, and and he pulled at it, globs it over the keeper head, down to the boundary for 4. So Camber here is trying to counter-attack as the English have been doing. And what a spirited performance from the English batsmen. They are really, Brooks and Simmet really putting it to the Australian. Very, very spirited performance. Stark over the wicket, bowls to Camber, whip this through mid-wicket. They will go through for a single, 1 more to the total. West Indies 20 for 1 after 4.4. Carty on 1 comes into strike. So Simmet is on 1, 53, 29 for 5. Wow. What a counter-attack. What was it, 94 for 5? What a counter-attack, man. So good going there by England. Can you imagine West Indies 329 for 5 sometime tomorrow morning? We'll be cock-a-hoop, We'll be so cock-a-hoop. Just click on that thumbs up button. 20 for 1. Starks over the wicket to Carty and he drives inside edge. Backward a square leg field. 20 for 1 after 4.5. Carty's on 1. Camber is on 16. The batsman to go, Craig Brathwaite, out bowl and cart by Jas Hazelwood. In the second over of the morning's play, he came on the front foot and tapped a half volley back to the bowler, which I've seen a number of persons calling for him to be dropped from the West Indies team. Some have even gone as far as said that he should be dropped from the match today. 3 slips and a gully goes down. A Starks turns in the distance. The left-arm pacer. Big, tall, bustling fast bowler. He glides over the ground. Bowls to Carty, and Carty beaten outside the half stump. Goes through to the keeper. End of over number 5. 20 for 1. Carty's on 1. Canberra on 16. West Indies trail by 266. On the second day's play in the second test match between both teams. Remind you that Australia won the first test match by 159 runs, quite comfortable. In Bridgetown, Barbados, West Indies looking to level the series after Alzarri Joseph led the West Indies Pacers yesterday to dismiss Australia for 266. They recover from 93 for 4 to post 286, which is a competitive total. Really one big partnership in it. And they are the number 1 ranked team in the world. They are allowed to play good, so you are going to always get that. Azud over the wicket, bowls to Canberra. Canberra on the front foot, played it to mid-wicket, no run. The score remains at 20. 20 for 1. 20 for 1 is the score. The West Indies. Remind you, if you are not seeing the thumbs up button, just click on the live chat. Click off the live chat. You will see the thumbs up button after you click it off. And then you can click on the thumbs up button. Just flash a light there. It's easy. It takes less than a second. Just click on that thumbs up button and so show your appreciation. West Indies 20 for 1. Day 2, first morning session. Azud over the wicket, bowls to Canberra. Taken on the tide pad. The ball goes to forward short leg. The score remains at 20 for 1. After 5.2 overs, Carty's on 1, Canberra on 16. Azud in his third over, he picked up the wicket of the West Indies opener Craig Brathwaite. He has gone for naught as the shout of that Brathwaite should be out of the team. It's now beginning to echo louder and louder and louder. 20 for 1. Canberra is on 16. Carty's on 1. Here's Azud. 3 slips on a gully. Over the wicket. Bowls to Canberra. He advances down the pitch and then leaves it alone to go through to the keeper, and there is no run. So 3 slips a gully. Backward point. Forward short leg. A mid-off, a mid-on, and a man on the fine leg boundary. So that's the field for Canberra facing up to Azud. And he's going to bowl him a bumper very shortly. So he advances there and then he leaves it alone outside the half stump. He's on 16. Carty's on 1. So I saw somebody, there's a gentleman yesterday. Azud over the wicket, bowls to Canberra, covers up, played it to the man at backward point, and there is no run. 20 for 1. There was a gentleman in the live chat yesterday was talking about putting pressure on the bowlers. But I really want him to elaborate on it because I didn't quite understand. He made a statement which I totally agree with the first part of the statement, but the second part I never understand, and I hope that he will come back today and just elaborate on it. 20 for 1, adjustment being made in the field here. We are not seeing what is going on, but there's some adjustment being made in the field, and there's a lot of bantering that is going on. But Azud is going to move in now. 3 sips on a gully forward short leg, bowls to Canberra, pulls high in the air. Down back with a square leg. Has it gone all the way? Yes, it gone all the way for 6. I know at some time that Azud was going to go into the mud, and Canberra took him on and hit it high down back with a square leg for 6. Was short, and he pulled it high down back with a square leg right out of the screw. He never tried to keep it down, had no intention of keeping it down. He was going to clear the boundary. No intention. That was always his intention, to hit it for 6. And he did so. And I think that would have been 6th on any ground in the world. Well played, Canberra. He did play that shot well. Oh, he played it well, man. Azud to Canberra, and Canberra covers up and played it to backward point. End of over number 6. West Indies 26 for 1 after 6 overs. Canberra is on 22. With him, Carty is on 1, who will take strike. So Cartian 1 will take strike. I guess it will be start to continue. Remind you that Craig Brathwaite has been dismissed for naught. Seals 2 for 41. Alzaro Joseph 4 for 61. 1 each for Greaves and Phillip. 1 for 46 for Phillip, who I think bowled very well. Greaves 1 for 35 from 6. I think the West Indies bowlers, all of them bowled very well yesterday. Shamar Joseph in his first 8.5 over was over eager, over anxious, and at that time he was going for more than 5 runs and over. But when he got the wicket, he seconded down, and his last 5.5 overs only went for about 15 runs, to show you that he reeled it back in after that. Starks to Carty forward, and they go through for a quick single. Well played. They just tip and run, you would call it. He played it into the offside at where the mid-off has to come in, that Steve Smith could not prevent the single. Steve Smith is not in the slip because of obviously of the injury that he suffered to his fingers, and so they don't have him in the slip. And so that was well done by Canberra, though, because they're just showing the replay there, and no ball, so it's 27 for 1. They're just showing the replay there, which is very interesting, because you recall yesterday when Khawaja used his feet to our opening bowlers, and I was saying I hope the bowlers don't get put off by that. Starks bowls to Canberra, whipped away down back with a square leg, work for the fine leg fielder. They should come back for 2, 29 for 1. Canberra moves up to 24. And I was saying that although Khawaja was using his feet to the bowlers, they should not get put off by what Khawaja is doing and keep their line and their length. Let him force the pace. And John Canberra did exactly that. He used his feet to Azod. It put off Azod. John Canberra knew that Azod was going to go into the mud, and as soon as he went into the mud, bam, over backward square leg for 6. Well done, John Canberra. Starks over the wicket to Canberra, taken on the pad, going down the leg side. The score remains at 29 for 1. You can burn another review. I don't mind if you burn another review, so you're just left with 1. Australians are known to burn reviews. Please remember to slash a like on the video and click on the subscribe button. We are on 47 likes. We can touch it up now. We're very close to the milestone. It was always going down the leg side. Wasn't going over the stump, but definitely going down the leg side this time. Canberra there just falling over a little. But as I was told not to talk technique should be paid for. It was falling over a little. Starks to Canberra, allows it to go through outside the half stump. Well left Canberra. Did he pick it that it was going to curve away from him? Well, if he did, it was well left. Very good. Well left. So West Indies, as I show in the replay of the Carey-Webster partnership yesterday. So Carty's on 2, Canberra on 24, 29 for 1 West Indies. 29 for 1. Here is Stark. Over the wicket, bowls to Canberra, and Canberra forward, comes off the inside edge. Travis Ed gave chase. I think they'll stay on 1. Oh, good running. Oh, I must applaud them for that. Brilliant running. Nice. Canberra moves up to 26, 31 for 1. That's good running. Very good running, Carty and Canberra. Nice. I love that. I love that very much. You got good morning, Erwin Thomas. Good morning to you. Good morning, everyone who is here. I appreciate it. Mr. Casanova, good morning. Good morning. A lot of comments in the chat. Mr. Casanova asks, who is better than Brathwaite? Who is better than Brathwaite for him to get lower? I still saying keep him till Jamaica, and if he fails in Jamaica, Canberra hit that down the ground for 4. Lovely shots. I welcome all of you as you synchronize your television with with the channel, and we stay synchronized and together. And as you know, the policy is that if I realize that you're ahead and keep posting things before we say it, we try to synchronize it so that it is a better experience for everyone watching and everyone listening. There are a number of persons who are listening because they're at work, they are in their cars, they have something doing, they're at home, but they have something doing, and they are tuning in. I really appreciate all of you that are tuning in. I appreciate all of you who have synchronized your television with the channel, and so we stay abreast, and in real time we give our comments. Good morning, Randit. Azud bowls to Cartu with this, turn this away off his hip through forward a square, and they come back for 2. The team, they have been running very well. So let's see if, yes, it's runs, 2 more to Carty, 37 for 1. Canberra must not play any of those T20 strokes until he gets 3 figures. Come on, stop sending Curse and Brathwaite. He's just going through a phase which he will soon overcome, said Shirley Samuel, our good friend over there in St. Kitts. And it's nice to have a lady in the channel. Let's over the wicket come Azud, and that is forward and played it to back with a square leg, and there is no run. So Craig Brathwaite have scored over 50 only twice in his last 20 innings, said Neuer. I am loving Carty, just watching from the other end, rotating the strike, said Sherwin. West Indies needs somebody to replace Pooran role. But Pooran has never played Test cricket. I don't think Pooran have ever played even a regional 4-day match in his life, though. Good day, Verdi Fiver. Appreciate you being here. Azud. Over the wickets to Carty. Bowls and Carty's beaten outside the off stump, taken low down by Carey. 37 for 1 after 7.3. He remains on 4. Canberra is on 30. Did it? My daughter just turned on the TV and said she preferred to listen to you. Oh, Verdi Fiver, that is touching. Very touching. I mean, my head just swelled big. Oh, my Lord. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you very much. I'm telling you the truth. I appreciate that. Oh, yeah. Okay. Over the wicket. Azud bowls to Carty, taken on the pad, loud appeal. Not out, said the umpire. They're going to have a discussion about this, are they? I think he got an inside edge, did he? It looks to get an inside edge to me. I would love to see the replay. I think there was an inside edge. Brathwaite has a better average than away than at home, said Naya TV. I think there was an inside edge. Look at the replay. I think so. That hit him very straight. Lyons was saying it was going over the top. I would love to see ball tracking. I think it got an inside edge. So Carty is on 4. Canberra is on 30. 37 for 1. Let's watch as Azud, 3 sips on a forward shot leg goes down, and Carty's solid in defense. He played it to the man at extra cover, and there's no run. The score remains at 37 for 1. Yes, there was the inside edge. Well, my eyes are good enough. They're not bad, aren't they? So Brathwaite has a better average away than home. Interesting. ESPN and Disney Plus in the Caribbean. So let's watch now as Carty Seckers. Azud over the wicket, bowls to Carty, and inside edge it, pass back with a square leg. They go for 1. Will they come back for 2? Yes, they're coming back for 2. Brilliant running again. These 2 are running very well this morning. 39 for 1 after 8 overs. Carty is on 6. With him, John Canberra on 30. West Indies 39 for 1 after 8 overs. And these 2 are running very well. Will they give Stark another over, or are they going to pull him and bring on Cummins here now. Well, Cummins will bring on himself. I think that they will pull Stark after 4 overs and bring on Cummins. Those are my thoughts. It's interesting to see. West Indies trail by 247 runs. You got said no one in my house. I have you blasted on YouTube. Oh, as I suspected. Thank you, you got. I really appreciate that. I appreciate that, you got. That means a lot to me. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Brains intact and eyes, said Leroy Williams. Would you care to explain a little more, Leroy Williams? Don't quite understand, but I really appreciate it. I would really appreciate if you explain some more. So as I suspected, Cummins replaced Starks, and then Starks will replace Azud after he bowls another 2 overs or so from the river end. Cummins over the wicket, bowls to Canberra, and Canberra solid in defence, and Carty call him through for a good singer. Well done, Casey Carty. Big up yourself, Casey Carty, as Canberra was solid in defence. It comes off the bat, rolled down to a position of backward square leg, and Carty, quick to see that no one was close to the ball, and call him through for a single. Well done, Casey Carty. Canberra moves up to 31. Carty's on 6. West Indies 40 for 1 after 8.1. Are we playing too many shots, or is Canberra pushing the pace while Carty's anchoring? I am comfortable with the way that we are going for, or we are batting thus far. 3 slips and a gully goes down. Cummins to Carty's beat now. Oh, there's a chance. Yes, he caught it. Yes, inside edge onto the pad, and Cummins took a magnificent catch at short mid-wicket. Carty stood his ground. They are going to check it. Cummins is claiming the catch. I think he took it cleanly. They're going to look, but he took it cleanly. His hand was always under the ball. Inside edge onto the pad. Cummins run away to where a short, straight mid-wicket would be. Probably to the right of off-pitch up. And he took the catch. Let's see. I took my first impression that he would took it cleanly. Let's hope I'm wrong on this occasion. Inside edge onto the pad, bounce away. And Cummins, look at Cummins' goals. Drop, please drop. He took it cleanly, Carty's out. And he protected the ball well. He ensured that it never touched the ground. Let's roll it through. I really want to see if that ball did touch the ground. Let's see if he protected it well. I think he's out. Inside edge onto the pad. Brilliant. 2 ball and cart now. So this wicket is taking ball and cart. This pitch is taking ball and cart. Yeah. Damn it, man. This pitch taking ball and cart. Can you imagine 2 batsmen out, ball and cart? Inside edge onto the pad. Cummins in his first over picking up. Unlucky for a Carty there, said Mr. Casanova. Yeah, let me tell you, I look at the cricket, Mr. Casanova, and I don't want Carty to get out. I don't want any West Indies batsmen to get out, but I don't think it is unlucky. If he had midded the ball, it wouldn't have gone there. If he had played the ball out of the middle of the bat, and I know I'm extremely skeptical, but you see what I mean? Look how far. Look at the shot. Look back at the shot. And you'll see that it's not really, you don't really call it unlucky if you look back at the shot. His hands were way out in front. So I don't know. Oh, Shirley Samuel, you're in New York. Okay, thank you. Over the wicket comes Cummins, bowls to Brandon King, and Brandon King, loud appeal here, not outside the umpire, going down leg side. As Brandon King came forward, he was on a king pair, you know. He got a 1 ball in the previous match. He was on a king pair. Okay, Shirley, you're in New York, but you are from where? St. Lucia or St. Kitts? Good morning, Jamor Smalls. I know that you are from St. Kitts. We need to focus here. We need to be high on the balls now. Get moving. Get those legs moving, King. Focus. Solid in defense this time. He comes right out to that and played it to the man at mid-wicket. And there is no run. ESPN Australia is showing the feed much faster than Caribbean ESPN. Because maybe it goes there first, probably. So, Frame, are you saying that is Mr. Casanova cause the dismissal of Casey Carty? Mr. Casanova, did you cause the dismissal of Casey Carty? Beaten outside the half stump as King pushed at a wide one and it goes through to the keeper. 40 for 2 after 8.5. Cummins was over the wicket. King pushed at a wide one through to the keeper. Beaten on the outside edge. What a start in this over by Cummins. Took over from Stark and he has started very well. I appreciate everyone that are here. Please remember to slash a like on the video and click on that subscribe button. As we move up to 100 likes, we need to get it up to 100 likes. 3 slips, a gully goes down, backward point, forward, short leg. King is solid in defense, played it to mid-off. Simit charges in field, 40 for 2 at the end of over number 9. So please let us try and get this up to 100 likes. We are 64. Remind you, if you are not seeing the thumbs up button, just click off the live chat and click on that thumbs up button. It takes less than a second to do so. What's happening here? Really? Didn't realize that. We have to play shots. We can't sit around and expect to survive, said Gerald. Music, thank you. I am not going to blame Carty for that unlucky dismissal. Well, no problem, Mr. Casanova. I think that his technique was poor, but everyone is entitled to their opinion. As you said, I always respect another person's view. After 45 tests, Wavell Hines was dropped as an opening batsman for averaging 33 as Canberra turns that to forward of square leg, and there is no run. After 45 tests, Wavell Hines was dropped as an opening batsman for averaging 33. Brathwaite in his 100 test matches averaging 33. Hines playing under the wrong flag, said Garnet Green. I would like some more from your Garnet Green. And Webster's it. He comes in, bowls to Canberra, who cuts it to backward point, and there is no run. So I would like some more about the second part. I don't quite understand the second part with Hines playing under the wrong flag. But after this over, I want to put the first part of your comment in context. Jamor Small is saying, "Come fellas, you can do better." Down the leg side by Webster, wild, down to the boundary for 4 by. Keeper could not get there. So Sheldon is saying that if Carty does not score in the next innings, his place in trouble. The truth is not, Sheldon, I'm reminding you that Carty was dropped in Pakistan and he's really back on the strength of his one-day performances and a new coach. Webster over the wicket bowls to Canberra, allows it to go through to the keeper. 44 for 2 after 9.3. So I think that Carty has been given a clean slate. And although he had played some previous test matches and was dropped in Pakistan by Kohli, I think the new coach has given him a clean slate. So I really don't think his game is in trouble at this time. Those are my opinions. But I take your point, Sheldon. Webster to Canberra, leaves it alone outside the half stump, through to the keeper, and there is no run. 9.5 overs have been bowled, 44 for 2, Canberra and 31, King yet to score. That's how I look at it, and that is just one person way of looking at it. I may be wrong, but that's just my way of looking at it. I don't think that his game is in trouble as he has been given a clean slate. Barbados players always get more chances. That's what Garnett is saying. Over the wicket, bowls to the left-handed Campbell, plays it out into the offside. They go through for a quick single. The fielder charging. That is Lyon, but he did not pick up the ball, which allows them to get a single. 45 for 2 after 32. All right, quickly, Garnett, I want to put things in context. Although Wavell Hines averaged 33. Is it 33 or 31? My mind is telling me 31, but you said 33. I guess you would have looked at the data. So I'm going with you for 33. How many did he average in his last 15 matches? All right. The second thing, it's two different errors. And I'm a Jamaican, but I'm a Jamaican. And in fact, I know Wavell Hines long before most persons. Wavell Hines, when he was going Camperdown, he and I used to play cricket over Michael College in the evenings back in the early 90s. And we played together at Kensington. So I know Wavell Hines, long before most. As that one goes through to the keeper, and there is no run. And up to this day, we still maintain a good relationship. We don't pass each other. I think the last time I saw him was at the Senior Cup finals done by Ultimate. 45 for 2 after 10.1 overs. Canberra's on 32 from 37 deliveries. King is yet to score. As Cummins comes in round the wicket, bowls to Canberra, is solid in defense. Oh, he blocks that well, 45 for 2. All right, since CXC is a Caribbean exam and the West Indies team is a Caribbean team, we can compare CXC to the West Indies team. Do you know that in 1 year, you can score 60 in a CXC subject and get an A? And the next year, a child scores 75 in that same subject and get a B or a C? Yes, it happens. Let's round the wicket, comes Cummins, bowls to Canberra, leaves it alone outside the half stump, and there is no run. Because our CXC mark their exam is that they have the highest score in that particular paper. They would cream it off, like said, whether they said that the highest 10%, the highest 10% of students with the highest grade, you call them A. So if in that subject that year, the 10 highest grade was in the 60s, CXC would call it an A. So to compare Wavell Hines in one era when you have a lot of West Indies batsmen averaging mid-30s, and to compare with him with Brathwaite in another era where you have a number of West Indies, all the West Indies batsmen are averaging in the 20s except Brathwaite. He is our best performing batsman in this era. While in Wavell Hines' era, he was not our best performing batsman. Canberra drives, beaten outside the half stump, it goes through to the keeper. So I hope the comparison that I'm making there you understand. So I don't necessarily agree with you that is the country. I do not, but those are just my views. Dominica, you're from Dominica. Big up, Kenneth King. How you doing, man? Wonderful. Thank you. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Let's watch this delivery, then I read Garnet Green comment. Round the wicket, balls to Campbell, ducked on a sharp rising delivery. 45 for 2 after 11. King is yet to score. Campbell is on 32. The score, 45, West Indies, 241 behind. For context, West Indies openers were half the production of Greenwich and Ains. Gale and Hines were the best opening pair average. Hines was dropped, said Garnet Green. All right, so Gale and Hines were the best opening pair average. Hines was dropped. All right, thank you for that information. There's a big difference between average and mean. Okay. Simmons, Cambers, said Athena. Simmons, Cambers, Stuart Williams, Ganga, and others openers average 20s. Well, now you're adding somebody. Now you're adding context. So, yeah. Simmons, Cambers, Stuart Williams. Over the wicket, Azewood bowls to King, who steered this into backward point, and there is no run. That one kept a little low, 45 for 2 after 11.1. Again for the millionth time, Brathwaite is the worst and should be given Chanda Paul a shot. Thank you, Mr. Brown from TNT, said Jefferson Buchanan. Athena, I'm all ears, said Erwin Thomas. Azewood bowls to King, who swings at this inside edge it down towards long on. Cummins will give chase. He ambers after it. Will they come back for 3 or will they second for 2? They second for 2. King is off the mark. West Indies 47 for 2 after 11.2. And one of the things that I tried to do yesterday was to move the discussion from individual names and to look at the West Indies batting as a collective. As King is on the front foot and plays that to mid-off, and there is no run. Because in truth and fact, the top 20 batsmen in the Caribbean, in all honesty, that are available to play Test cricket for the West Indies. The top 20 batsmen who are available to play red ball cricket, Test cricket for the West Indies. Down the leg side, goes through to Carey, and there's no run. 47 for 2. You can put all of them name in a bowl and stir it up and take out 6 and put them to bat, because there's no outstanding batsmen in the West Indies. None. So I think that it is time that we really look at the root cause why there's no outstanding batsmen in the West Indies. It's not switching around name. It's not saying that A should play instead of B, or C should play instead of Y, or Z should play instead of M. Taken on the pad, inside edge, through the slip. They will get 1 here. They will second 1. As King look to drive off the up, I think it comes off the inside edge, onto the pad, bounce through the slip. They go through for a single. 48 for 2 after 12 overs. And so I definitely think that's the bigger issue. The quality of our batsmen. And then Mr. Casanova is going to look at that and say King is a little luckier than Casey Carty, and you can't blame him for saying that, because Casey Carty one went to hand. King won't drop short of the slip. But it was the same inside edge onto the pad, the batsman playing out in front of themselves and not allowing the ball to come to them under their eyes. Betty Alford, good morning to you. Good morning all. I'm asking myself why I rush back home to watch cricket. Perhaps it's because Mr. Brown eternal optimism that West Indies can rise again is contagious. Yes, we can rise again, and I think we are going to. Cummins bowls to King, who covers up and played it down in front of him, and there is no run. 48 for 2 at the start of over number 13. As it pitched up to King. King onto the front foot, covers up. Taken on the pad, and it drops in front of him. 48 for 2. King is on 3. Canberra is on 32. And there are two things that you looked at and realized that the cricket can rise again. Cummins bowls to King, taken on the pad, going over the stump. Is King watching these deliveries? You wonder if King is watching these deliveries. Two things you look at, there are some things that you look at and know that teams are on the rise again. And if you look at all the teams that are improving, you will see that one, they start out by the intensity in the field. Yes, Seals, Greaves, and Canberra never fielded well yesterday. But overall, the team is feeling well. There's more. Off the back foot goes King. Oh, what a shot. And he punched it off the back foot. They should get 3 here. They're gone for 1. They come back for 2. They stay on 2. As Simit slid and sends the return in. 50 for 2 West Indies. King moves up to 5. As he just rocked back on his back foot and punches it through the covers and get 2. He's on 5. Canberra on 32. West Indies 50 for 2. So you look at their intensity in the field. And if you followed West Indies cricket as much as I do, and if you actually go to the matches, because sometimes you don't see this on TV, you have to actually be at the ground. And Cummins over the wicket, bowls to King, and King is forward, taken on the pad again. It appears that when the ball is close to King, he's not really watching it, when it's in line. And maybe he's probably a little, well, they said I should stop discuss techniques because I should, so let me, but what is obvious is that it appears that when the ball is close to him, he's not watching it very closely. But when he has a little width, he's more comfortable with it. So let's watch Cummins. West Indies 50 for 2. And so they are going to put in now a backward short leg. Along with the forward short leg, they have a backward short leg, or you say a leg gully. So they have clearly identified that is Cummins going to throw this one wide outside the half stump? Is he going to float it up out there? Oh, beaten outside the half stump. What a lovely delivery. It touches down on about fourth stump. And it's held its line as King poke at it. And it goes through to the keeper. Just about fourth stump. Let's see where it touches down. Yes. Just about fourth stump. It's touched down. Yeah. Well bowled, man. Well bowled. As he squared him up just a little there. Here's Cummins. He's over the wicket. Bowls to King. He's up. Bowls to King, and King's on the front foot and played it through mid-off. They're gone for 1. It's going to run down towards the boundary, but Steve Simmet catches up with it and sends the return in. 50 for 2 at the end of 52 for 2 at the end of over number 13. King is on 7. Canberra is on 32. So let me come back to the point where I am even more optimistic now about West Indies cricket improving than 2 years ago. If you go to the cricket, you will see that over the last 2 years, the intensity of the West Indies team in the field is improving. It's increasing. It's increasing. The fielding is better, yes. And as I said, although Canberra, Seals, and Greaves have a horrible day yesterday in the field, overall the fielding is much better. Both Greaves and Seals are very good fielders. I don't think I watched John Canberra close enough over the years to determine whether he's a good fielder or not. It was an off day for those two. I would need to see Canberra more times. So that is one thing as Canberra covers up and plays this down the offside of the pitch. The other thing is that our bowling has now become world class. We have a world class bowling attack. And if you follow cricket closer over the years, you will realize that teams that improve, that's the way the West Indies team is headed. The intensity in the field usually stepped up. The bowling then become world class. And the batting is always the last thing to improve. And I think that if you have a world-class bowling attack, bowling to batsmen in the nets, they are going to become better over time as Canberra pull this down to fine leg for another single 33. His King and 7 comes into strike. 53 for 2 as Brew Webster, the right-arm medium pacer, continues over the wicket. Mr. Brown, thanks for the commentary. Thank you very much, Brian Paul. I appreciate it and I enjoy giving it to you. We need someone to score a century, said Jolly Brown. And Jamor Samuel said they need to watch how the ball angle into them. Brewster bowls wide outside the half stump to King, who allows it to go through. There are 3 slips and a gully waiting. I would love to see Canberra and King be the 2 openers at Savannah Park, said Kenneth King. Okay, thank you, Kenneth King. Are you related to King? We need someone to score well, I think I read that one already. So, King is on 7. He's taking strike from Canberra. He's seconds now. Over the wicket comes Webster, bowls to King, turn it away, down back with a square leg. It's running out towards the boundary. The fielder can't get there, 4 runs. He turns that off his pad to where the leg gully was set, and the Australians are a little frustrated. He moves up to 11. West Indies 57 for 2. So that one was close to his pad, and he turns it away off his pad, exactly where they had the leg gully. And the Australians are a little frustrated as the man at long leg could not get around to his right, and it goes into the boundary for 4, 57 for 2. Over the wicket, outside the half stump, Kings look to slash at that one. As that one was kept low. Good morning, Gail and Evans. How are you? Really appreciate you being here. I say our guys, hope our guys play sensible cricket and win this match. Over the wicket comes Brew Webster, bowls to King, and he played it just short of mid-wicket. Wow! Again, he's playing out in front of his pad. I would love to see the replay. End of over number 14. 57 for 2, King on 11, Campbell on 33. And that's the drinks break, the water drinks break there at 2 minutes. So I have no time to go through a little more comments as we go through the drinks break. Wow, I've been on a hour already. Wow. So usually in the morning session, I do a hour. And then I come back for another hour after the post-lunch session. So this is a drinks break. Notice how the runs are coming from a straight bat using the pace of the ball and finding the gaps. Consolidation at its best, said Garnet Green. Thank you very much, all of you, for tuning in. Thank you all for liking the video. I'll be back at the start of play after lunch. So take care of yourself until then. Take care of your loved ones. See you after the lunch break.